This is what's pissing me off today. I'm Bob Pritchard. Well, by now you've heard about that fire that happened in Brampton last week where I think 4 people were killed and almost 10 other people were displaced. As it turned out that the building was a semi-detached house with a basement apartment. After the fire was put out, Mayor Patrick Brown from Brampton came onto the media and said, well, this was just a problem with an absentee landlord who was in violation of the regulations for housing, and we need to do something about this and fix it up. Well, as it turned out, that wasn't the case at all. Apparently, the landlord had made an application to put in a basement apartment in the house, but it got all messed up, so he dropped the whole project. Too much work, not worth all the effort. Bottom line on it is that the basement apartment that was rented out appears to have been rented out by the people who rented the rest of the semi-detached house. And I suspect that this is a fairly significant problem across all of the GTA. People come and they look at a house that cost, $1 million, $1.25 million, and they think, okay, look at if we just rent this house from somebody else and we're paying, let's say hypothetically $3,000 a month, but we can rent out the basement apartment for, let's say, $1,000 or $1,200 a month. Well, all of a sudden we're living in the rest of the house for only $800, so it's worth the chance. Now, if you think this isn't happening on a wide scale, think again. We know some people who were renting out a house and everything was fine until he got a phone call from Markham Bylaw telling him he was running an illegal basement apartment. He says, no, I don't have a basement apartment. Well, as it turned out, he did have a basement apartment. Not that he had put one in, but the people who had rented his house had turned around and rented out the basement in violation of the regulations. So the question that comes out of it is, what kind of sloppy work is going on in the municipal governments that's allowing these sorts of things to go on? Has the government simply given up on all of this? Do you think that those people who died in Brampton are going to be a catalyst that will get the various municipalities to step up and put some safety precautions in place? Because that's what it comes down to. Somebody has to be responsible for the house. Now, ultimately, if you're living in a place, you've got to have a level of responsibility because, well, it's your life on the line, but sometimes you just don't know. So if you go out and renting from somebody, how do you know that they own the house? How do you know that they're in a position to rent you anything? And these are questions which are lingering all across the GTA. And hopefully now that we have blood on somebody's hands, we can get the governments to step up and put some regulations in place to sort that out. And that's what's pissing me off today. I'm Bob Pritchard.